Guys can see Roy Jones' character model is in the thumbnail. And so many of us were asking, are we going to get the prime versions of these fighters? Jaden, I see you right now. Jaden, you going to be in the video, right? You expecting a video. You in it. But this proves we are getting the prime versions of these fighters, of these legends. And this Roy Jones looks fire. You can get what. Let me stop. Y'all, no one came here for that. This is like the fighter announcements back in the day. Look at Roy.
Very excited today to bring you guys a behind-the-scenes look at Esports Boxing. Make sure you guys drop a like on the video, subscribe.
Okay.
For exclusive content like this from your favorite sports games. All right, let's get right into it. We were given an exclusive inside look.
The sculpting, yeah.
Creating boxing legend Roy Jones Jr. Now, SCI are still sitting in
fire. You can see that Calvin Klein.
The upcoming boxing title, Esports Boxing Club, or ESBC for short. They invited us for exclusive preview of the game, and we were provided a behind-the-scenes look at the recreation of Roy Jones Jr. We were able to present a few questions to the project lead's artist and Italian native Francesco Primiceri regarding the creative process of creating these fighters and returning them to their glory days.
Yo, this is dope.
SCI walked us through the detailed process. How do they created Roy Jones Jr. from the 52-year-old retired legend he is now to the champion he was 20 years ago? So the first step on characters is get scanned in, and they research the fighter using classic photos for references. And once they have the baseline, the de-aging process begins. That includes sculpting the model, muscles, skin, and features with zebra.
This is so interesting.
Various color map textures. Lastly, SCI tests the character in various lighting environments to ensure it looks realistic as possible.
So I wonder how they do the dead fighters.
So amazing.
I said dead fighters.
One of the most challenging parts of recreating
the classic fade. Oh my God.
It's basically reverse engineering the effects of time on the body. And this is pretty amazing. I know some of us older gamers out there wish we could de-age a few years ourselves. If only we had to brush some of these tools in real life. So the de-aging process begins with the full body scan of the fighter. In this case, we have boxing.
No textures on the trunks.
So 1024 Digital Capture Studio physically scans him in to the game with an elaborate state-of-the-art camera system. We put pictures and we put content up before about that. Have you guys seen that? It's the full system, and they get all pictures and scanned in.
See if we had 4K.
Studio, assets come in, and they clean up the raw data and transfer that data to a body topology for SCI to work with. Now, 1024 then delivers the scans to them, and according to them, the body topology is the same for all fighters at the start. Now, from there, SCI begins to adjust the character and apply textures, shaders, and all the details that really bring the fighters to life. Primiceri takes the initial scan and body frame as his baseline, and then attempts to keep the main body volume and overall proportions intact while removing the wrinkles, body imperfections, skin dots, and more from the character scan. Essentially, SCI is airbrushing the player model to make them look younger. One thing I really love about their work and how the game looks is the skin texture, like the colors of the actual skin. Like a lot of times games
freaky.
Get this right. And you know, there's many different shades of people when they talk about skin texture and skin colors, all the way from light.
That's freaky.
Darker. There's so many shades of that, and a lot of times players will look or video game characters look way too dark, way too light, too fadey, ashy, wherever you have it. But they've really nailed the exact texture and colors of these fighters, and you can really see the details and when they're working through that. So working with his mouse and cursor, he's sculpting some of our greatest fighters back into fighting shape and recreating their appearance from their greatest and most timeless fights. That's pretty much the target. According to SCI, lots of things change with age. Eye shape, lip volume, cheekbones, body fat,
eye shape,
even ear size. He's able to turn.
Oh Lord, my ears don't need to get bigger.
Greatest boxers ever step in the ring. Primiceri gathered image references from every angle to plan out what he wishes to achieve. He reviews side by side with his current fighter model to understand what to keep and what to airbrush into Stardust based on the image.
That's Prime Roy. Oh my God.
Next, he revises the main muscles and facial features in ZBrush to match the classic imagery of Jones.
Yeah, he got his veins. He.
When he's happy with the result from different angles or perspectives, he begins to work on the textures. Primicieri works on the color map textures in Adobe Photoshop.
The textures is adding that realism.
His hairline and iconic beard. And you know the hairline is one of the first things to go with age. He continues to work on the skin tone.
I ain't got to worry about that. No time soon.
And then applies it to the character model. Lastly, the artist adds veins and muscle toning in the body.
Talk to him, Roy.
SCI is in ultimate production mode.
Talk to him.
Character model in different lighting environments with the click of a mouse to check the textures and color.
I don't like them boots. We're going to get him in some new boots. Them boots ain't raw enough for me.
It looks really amazing. Steel City Interactive has confirmed with us that ESBC will feature a dynamic fighter damage system. They created custom shaders and blend
dynamic
that allows them to create the appearance
of
damage as each fight plays.
We've known about that.
The shaders update in real time as you play the game to demonstrate damage.
And you see the redness, yeah.
Damage stats.
Oh, we known about that.
Actually measure health and damage with each punch and each movement, and then use this data to apply the updated visual textures.
I wonder how they got Gotti
That result
in.
Is the fighters drip sweat when tired.
I'm gonna have to go back. Gary Constant.
Long, grueling match, and that'll slowly update as you play the game, as they inflict damage, and as they continue the match.
Prior.
For the gameplay clips shown in this video, the game.
I can't see that shit.
Amazing. The boxers are lifelike, and the details and lighting and contrast looks as good or better than any sports game we've ever seen. The graphic artists that Steel City Interactive are competing with the best in the world.
Oh, the feet look. I don't know. Does Roy move? I'm gonna have to watch a Roy fight again. I'm pretty sure. I need to see some. Oh yeah, okay. That kind of look okay. I like this gym too.
Those who have not seen it previously and are new to the franchise as well, be sure to drop like, subscribe.
I like the shell. The shell is good, but I'm like his feet is. I don't know if that's Roy enough for me. I'm gonna take a look at some Roy shit, but that was cool to, I guess, find out and learn. I don't think they're gonna show nothing else. That wasn't what I really wanted them to say, but that was cool though. Now I guess I'm just gonna go over to the article. Damn, this video is probably gonna be. All right, so the article is pretty much just saying what they said in the video. It was cool learning how they scope the older fighters into their primes. So that was good information. One thing that I'm more curious about is the fighters that are like no longer with us, how they recreate them. But other than that, man, it was good to get something. It really was. It wasn't what I wanted to get out, but hopefully they do something with that. But other than that, man, I'm out. I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.